A teenage boy finds his father dead holding a letter about basketball. And today he owns a $6 million mansion and bought his childhood basketball team. Dennis Schröder grew up in Braunschweig, Germany, and his life was very different from most NBA players. His father Axel was German and his mother Fatu was from a country in Africa called Gambia. They met when Axel was playing basketball in Gambia, and they fell in love. Fatu was working as a hairdresser in the main city of Gambia when Axel saw her and knew she was special. She already had 2 kids from before, a son named Cheyasin and a daughter named Awa, but Axel loved them like his own children. They all moved to Germany together, and Dennis was born on September 15, 1993. Growing up was really hard for Dennis. Germany is a country where everyone loves soccer and almost nobody plays basketball. But the hardest part was being a black kid in a city where most people were white. Kids at school were mean to him every day. They asked him why his skin was black and called him dirty. They said his skin looked dusty and made him feel like he didn't belong. Imagine being a little kid and having other kids tell you something is wrong with how you look. That kind of pain never goes away. Dennis just wanted to fit in, but the other kids kept pushing him away because of his skin color. All this hurt built something inside him like a fire that kept growing. He didn't know it yet, but all that pain would one day make him strong enough to prove everyone wrong. When Dennis was young, he didn't even care about basketball. He loved skateboarding and spent all his time at skate parks with his brother. They practiced tricks for hours, sometimes staying out until almost midnight. Basketball was just something he did for fun sometimes, but it wasn't serious. Then, when he was 11 years old, a basketball coach named Liviu Kalin started coming to those skate parks. Kalin worked for the youth team at Basketball Low in Braunschweig, and he was looking for talented kids. When he saw Dennis, he noticed something special. Dennis was really fast and moved like an athlete even though he had never played real basketball before. Kalin kept coming back trying to get Dennis to join the team even though Dennis had never even played in a real indoor gym. Dennis finally joined the team, but here's the crazy part. He still didn't care about basketball. He was lazy and didn't show up to practice most of the time. He would argue with his teammates and coaches and act like he was better than everyone. He had natural talent but didn't work hard. His bad attitude almost ruined his chance to ever play professional basketball. The coaches were getting frustrated and his teammates didn't like him. Dennis was going down a bad path. Then everything changed in the worst way. In 2009, when Dennis was 16 years old, his father Axel died. He had a heart attack and died sitting in his chair after eating lunch. Dennis found him there and his world fell apart. But 6 days before he died, Axel had sat down with Dennis for a serious talk. He told Dennis that he saw something special in him, real talent that could change their whole family's life. Axel said basketball could be Dennis's job and he could help his whole family and make sure everyone was okay. After Axel died, Dennis found a letter that his father had written. The letter talked about that same talk they had about basketball and how it could help the family. That letter became the most important thing in Dennis's life. He decided right then that he would make his father proud. He chose to wear the number 17 on his jersey because it was his father's favorite number. From that moment, Dennis became a completely different person. The lazy kid who skipped practice turned into someone who never stopped working. He practiced all the time and beat every team he played against in Germany. In the 2011-2012 season, playing for SG Braunschweig, he scored 17.8 points per game and had 6.7 assists over 23 games. The next season with Phantoms Braunschweig, he averaged 12 points and over 3 assists per game. He won awards for being the most improved player and best young German player. Everyone in German basketball was talking about him. The kid nobody wanted was now the best young player in the whole country. In 2013, Dennis decided to enter the NBA draft. First, he played in the Nike Hoop Summit for the World Select team and did amazing. He scored 18 points with 6 assists and 2 rebounds in 29 minutes and helped his team win. Then came draft day on June 27, 2013. The Atlanta Hawks picked Dennis with the 17th pick in the first round. Think about that. The 17th pick. The same number he wore to honor his dead father. Out of all the possible numbers, he got picked at 17. It was like the universe was telling him his father was watching over him. Dennis played for the Atlanta Hawks for 5 seasons and learned how to play in the NBA. Then in 2018, he got traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder, where he became one of the best backup. players in the league playing behind star Russell Westbrook. In 2020, he signed with the Los Angeles Lakers, and this is when his life really changed. He and his wife, Ellen Schröder, bought a mansion in Tarzana in the San Fernando Valley for over $6 million. This wasn't just any house, it was like a palace. The mansion was built in 2017 and sits behind big black walls and gates. The house is huge with 8,428 square feet of space inside, 7 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms. When you walk in, the whole ground floor is open with the dining room, living room, and family room all connected. There's a fancy fireplace made of black marble that you can see from both sides. Everything has white walls with black accents that look expensive. The kitchen is amazing with a massive refrigerator, custom cabinets, and a big white marble island in the middle. From the kitchen, there are special doors that open to an outdoor area with another full kitchen, a BBQ, and another fireplace. This house was made for parties. The master bedroom upstairs is insane. It has 2 private balconies, 2 separate dressing rooms, and a bathroom that looks like something from a fancy resort with exotic wood and stone. Dennis showed fans around the house in videos, and you can see his gaming room where he plays Call of Duty on Twitch. The person who set up his gaming room is the same one who worked for FaZe Clan, which is a famous gaming group. There's a whole play area just for his 3 kids where they spend most of their time. His wife Ellen designed custom furniture for the house, and they have one light fixture that cost $50,000. $50,000 for one light. That's more money than most people make in a whole year, and it's just a light hanging from the ceiling. The house has a 10-seat movie theater with comfortable leather chairs, dark gray walls, and special lighting. There's a wine room made of glass under the main staircase. One of the coolest parts is the rooftop deck that has its own BBQ and lights, and you can see over all the trees to the flat San Fernando Valley below. Outside, there's a giant lawn that goes past a big swimming pool and spa, and beyond that is a 2-story guest house with its own bedroom and kitchen, plus space for a gym. So Dennis has a 7-bedroom main house and an entire separate house on the same property. There's also a basketball court because of course there is. The master bedroom is painted completely black, even the furniture with a big bed that Ellen designed. Dennis put up one wall in orange with a basketball hoop and pictures of basketball players. Since he signed with Puma in 2022, his closets are full of Puma gear and stuff from his own clothing brand called That's Tough. But the Los Angeles mansion isn't his only property. In 2024, Dennis rented a townhouse in Brooklyn for $40,000 per month with an option to buy it. The 6-bedroom house costs $14 million to buy. $40,000 a month just for rent means he's paying $480,000 a year just to live there for now. These numbers show you how much money Dennis is really making. Now let's talk about the woman who has been with him through everything. Dennis met Ellen Schröder when they were both in high school in Braunschweig. They were childhood sweethearts who stayed together even when Dennis went to America. They became a couple in the late 2010s after being friends for years. Dennis asked her to marry him in 2018, and they got married on July 20th, 2019. They planned a small wedding with 50 people, but over 350 people showed up. When you're from Braunschweig and you make it to the NBA, everyone wants to celebrate with you. Ellen was born on December 10th, 1991, which makes her almost 2 years older than Dennis. She's not just a basketball wife. Ellen made a name for herself as a model and social media person. She signed with a modeling agency in her early 20s and worked for huge brands like Chanel, Dolce & Gabbana, Harper's Bazaar, Versace, and Vogue. Ellen has over 260,000 followers on Instagram, where she shares her life, fashion, and travels. Dennis clearly loves her more than anything. On her birthday every year, he posts about her on social media. One time he wrote that he's the richest person in the world because he has her. Another time he posted photos from Times Square saying she's the best mom, best wife, best daughter, best sister, and best human being, and that she's the baddest thing out there, and he loves her. He often says she keeps him grounded and helps him focus on his goals, calling her his best friend and biggest support. They have 3 children together. Their first child is a son named Dennis Jr., who is 5 years old now. Their second child is a daughter named Imalia Aliyah, who was born in August 2020 and is 4 years old. Their third child is another son named Awa, who was born in December 2022, making him 2 years old. Family means everything to Dennis. In December 2024, he talked about how hard it was being away from his family on Christmas Day while playing for the Golden State Warriors. He said normally they start celebrating at 6 or 7 at night, so he called them at 4 in the afternoon. They had their Christmas presents in Brooklyn while he was sitting alone in a hotel room. He posted on Instagram a picture on FaceTime with Ellen and their 3 kids and wrote, "Need the family with me," with a crying face. When Dennis got traded from the Brooklyn Nets to the Golden State Warriors, Ellen told their 5-year-old son, Dennis Jr. The boy asked, "Where are we going?" And when they said Golden State, he said, "We lucky it's a good team at least." Even at 5 years old, this kid already knows basketball and knows which teams are good. That's what happens when your dad plays in the NBA. Dennis has made a lot of money playing basketball. By the end of the 2024-2025 NBA season, his total career money will be exactly $103 million. His net worth is around $50 million. For the 2024-2025 season alone, he made $13.025 million. But his NBA salary isn't his only income. He has deals with brands like Call of Duty, Cricket Wireless, and Hugo Boss. In September 2022, he signed a multi-year deal worth millions with Puma after his Nike deal ended. He also promotes his own brands, which are a perfume brand called Atelier Drip and a clothing brand called That's Tough. He's worked with Russell Athletic, Mercedes-Benz, and many other companies. Dennis knows that NBA careers don't last forever, so he's building multiple ways to make money for his family's future. But here's the most amazing part of Dennis's story. In May 2020, Dennis became the sole owner of his hometown basketball team in Braunschweig. He had been the main shareholder since 2018, but in 2020, he bought the whole team. This is the same team where he started playing basketball as a kid. Dennis said he was very happy to be the sole owner of the Lions and that Braunschweig is his hometown, so he wants to give something back. He said he's sure they can make it better and make it a top club in the league. Think about what that means. He literally owns the basketball team from his childhood. How many athletes can say that? Most players leave their hometowns and never look back, but Dennis bought the team that gave him his start. That's loyalty on a whole different level. Dennis also used to own a nightclub in Germany called the DS-17 Lounge. The number 17 again always honoring his father. Dennis has played for many teams in the NBA. He's been on the Atlanta Hawks, Oklahoma City Thunder, Los Angeles Lakers twice, Boston Celtics, Houston Rockets, Toronto Raptors, Brooklyn Nets, and Golden State Warriors. On July 7th, 2025, Dennis was traded to the Sacramento Kings as part of a deal with the Detroit Pistons, making them his 10th team in 12 seasons. He signed a 3-year contract worth $44.427 million with Detroit that was part of the trade with Sacramento. That contract runs through the 2027-2028 season when he'll be 34 years old, and it might be his last big NBA contract. But Dennis's biggest wins haven't come in the NBA. They've come from playing for Germany in big competitions. In 2022, Dennis helped Germany win bronze at Eurobasket, which was their first big medal in 17 years. In 2023, he led the national team to their first ever World Cup title at the FIBA Basketball World Cup and was named the tournament's most valuable player. In 2024, Dennis was chosen to carry the flag for Germany at the Summer Olympics in Paris. He helped Germany finish in 4th place and was named to the All-Star 5 team. Then in 2025, Dennis led Germany to win the Eurobasket 2025 championship. He scored 16 points with 12 assists in the final game, which Germany won 88-83 over Turkey. He was named the tournament's MVP after averaging 20.3 points, 3.4 rebounds, 7.2 assists per game. He became only the 3rd German player to ever win the Eurobasket MVP award after Chris Welp in 1993 and Dirk Nowitzki in 2005. Dennis Schröder is now talked about the same way as Dirk Nowitzki when people discuss the greatest German basketball players ever. Remember those kids who called him dirty because of his black skin? Dennis said in an interview that after he started winning games and bringing pride to his hometown, people's attitudes changed. They started respecting and accepting him. It's crazy how success can suddenly make you worthy in the eyes of people who rejected you before because of your skin color. Dennis faced racism growing up as a black kid in a mostly white country, and when he moved to the United States, he wasn't surprised to see racism there too, but it felt different. Dennis is married with 3 children and is a devoted Muslim who prays before games and before going to sleep. Earlier in his career, Dennis became known for his patch of blonde hair, which he started doing when he left Germany for the United States. It was actually his mother's idea because she thought it would help people recognize him in public. The story of Dennis Schröder is about so much more than his $6 million mansion or the money he's made. It's about a boy who lost his father at 16 and turned that pain into motivation. It's about facing racism in your own hometown and using it as fuel to prove everyone wrong. It's about staying loyal to your roots by buying and owning your childhood basketball team. It's about marrying your high school sweetheart and building a family despite the chaos of pro sports. It's about representing your country with pride and bringing them championships they hadn't won in decades. From the mansion in Los Angeles, where his wife designs furniture and their kids have a play area, to the townhouse in Brooklyn he rented to stay close to them, to flying back to Germany to own his hometown team. Everything goes back to family and loyalty and never forgetting where you came from. The kid who was too busy skateboarding to care about basketball is now one of the greatest players in German history. The teenager who found his father dead with a letter about basketball honored that memory by wearing number 17 all the way to the NBA. The young man who was mocked for his black skin now has an entire nation celebrating him as their flag bearer and champion. Comment if this proves family and loyalty matter more than anything.